Hi, water signs. This is Paula. I'm going to be doing your second week of love reading for the month of March. So, we're going to go ahead and jump into your reading. So, your main message is let's see what you got. You got the other world. Okay. And so it says you are being offered the opportunities to stretch, expand, and make significant changes in your life. Be patient. Do not rush the process. To be birthed, one must wait patiently in the womb during the gestation period. So, must you wait for the perfect moment when magical intervention arrives to accompany you on your new lease of life? Okay, so sounds like something good is coming in, but we already know that if there's something that's being created within the womb and we have to wait for this new birth to come through, we know that it takes time. Um, being pregnant during those 9 months, it takes a long time. And you go through an uncomfortable time as well holding on to a baby in your stomach. So what spirit is asking you to do, it is something that is going to be beneficial for you. It's something beautiful. um, it's going to require for you to make changes in your life, but we all know that nobody has like that perfect patience, especially when it comes to things in love. We're wanting things to go in a certain direction with someone, but in order for us to get that from that person, get that love that we've been wanting with someone, it's going to take a lot of time. It requires a lot of patience. So just remember that, okay? So we're going to go ahead and jump into your tarot part, okay? So we're going to look into your past. And so the cards that you got is the 5 of Pentacles. So yeah, I already can see where this is going to require time, okay? What spirit is asking you to do for stretching and expansion in love with whoever you're dealing with, or who are you're in a current relationship with, or who you're interested in the near future. I can already see that in the past you're already going through a moment of isolation, of feeling left out, um, being on your own emotionally. So something must have happened in the past where either you're super single and you're feeling lonely, you're feeling like you're ready for something, but there's nobody really out there that can align with you to actually have a new loving opportunity with you. If you're in a current relationship or you have somebody that you're interested in the past you just felt like you're isolated from this person, or they made you feel alone. You just weren't in alignment with this person. The next card that comes out for clarification is the Star, the Ten of Swords, and the King of Swords. So yeah, you honestly in the past you went through it. So either it was a loss of a relationship, um, something could have ended between you and somebody else in the past, or you could still be with the person, but it just feels like you have gone through so much with this person. And so now this is making like a lot of sense. In order for rebirth to happen, something needs to take place here. This whole thing in the past was required of you to go through is healing in the past, okay? And so yeah, you're going through a moment of healing, of collecting yourself, bringing love back to yourself, filling up your own cup, because obviously you're empty. You gave a lot to this person, and so now you're giving back to yourself, okay? And you went through something extremely devastating, You went through the hurt. You went through the depression. You went through being betrayed by this person, or feeling like you're betrayed, or feeling like they don't really consider you at all whatsoever, and it may feel you left out. And so what's coming in is the King of Swords. So throughout this situation in the past, it placed you to change how you operate. And so maybe you became a little bit more harder, as far as emotionally, like you're more, you're not as sweet, you're not as open, you're not as kind as you used to be. And this whole situation just left you in a place of being more guarded, willing to say what you needed to say, not putting up with anything, and not accepting anything. Because you're going through the healing process. So if anybody brand new try to come in, or even dealing with this person, if they try to come in and say anything to us, we're going to be in a different state of mind when we're dealing with them. And so this also could be as well that we were placed in a position where we felt like we had to probably cut off our emotions from this person as well. Okay, so yeah, you're just going through a different process in the past with this person. So let's see what's going on in the present. So in the present, you have the King of Pentacles. So you could have been dealing with an earth sign, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, or it could just be you eventually in the present, how you feel, or it could be your other person, how they're seeing things. But you're getting into a place of finally in the present, once you're done doing the healing and feeling a specific way. You probably went through a different change. You took on the other world card, and you decided to expand and stretch and work on yourself emotionally, and go through the healings that you needed to go through in order to get out of the hurt that you were in. And so you became patient with your healing process in the past. You waited for things to calm down within you, and you took that opportunity to just, gain a new perspective for yourself. And so, you decided to kind of finally move forward and let things go. And, you ended up becoming the King of Pentacles. And so you came back to being a stable person. Continue to provide for your home, provide for yourself, provide for your family. You started to, maybe instead of focusing on love, you ended up focusing more on your work and things that are more of monetary value. And, you were, getting a good success at work, good success in, your financial gains. But you just started to change in the present moment, and you still remain in your king status. You didn't go down into like a page or into a knight. It didn't change you to being less than. If anything, you grew from being a King of Swords more into a King of Pentacles, where now you're just more down to earth. And maybe everything that you went through in the past, it kind of brought you down to being more of an understanding person, and knowing what your needs are and going after those needs and supplying for those needs. Okay, so the next cards that are coming in is the Four of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Lovers. Okay, so what is happening here is that I feel that your person, the way they're seeing you in the present, is that they see you as a very successful, stable person. They see that you have grown and matured, and that you're different than where you were in the past. And so they're fixated on you right now. and you know they're looking straight at you. Look at that huge focus. His eyes are looking towards you, but they're noticing that even though you've made some changes for yourself and you've grown differently and you're in a different place, you're not in the place to be given to them. You have the Four of Pentacles right there. You are refraining from giving them affection, from giving them anything, from sharing anything with them, even though they are in a place where maybe now they probably are wanting your affection, wanting your attention. They're wanting things from you, or they're wanting to, you know, get into something with you, but they're noticing that you're closed off and you're not quite in that place yet, okay, to get into anything with them. But they are ready. They're in a King of Wands status, so that's good. So, I mean, they're coming in the high vibration. They're not coming in a page or in a knight. So they're ready. They know exactly what they want. They'll take control of the situation. They already know what their desires and passions are concerning you, but they're just seeing right now that you're not open. And so the lover's card is showing that they realize that you were a potential soulmate. You guys you have the capability of, you know, being aligned and being something that each other needs. And they know that this was a spiritual connection and it was divinely guided. But they also understand that there's a choice that needs to be made. And they feel like they're not going to be able to make that choice. You are put in that position of making a choice of whether you want to be with them or not. Okay, so let's go ahead and move into your future part. And let's see what we get. All right, so let's see what we got here. So in the future, I see the Empress. Okay, so you are in a place of being gorgeous and beautiful and sexy and handsome. You're open, you know, to things around you. You're abundant in every kind of way. You're able to offer so much. Everything you're able to offer, you wear it. Look at, she's wearing everything she produces and creates. You know, you wear your success on you. You're in a place of being able to give beyond what you're able to give. So it's like, you know, maybe emotionally you already got yourself back into alignment with who you are, and you're able to give passionately. You're able to connect when you want to. So you're open to that, okay? And so what's coming in to clarify this is the Seven of Cups. The Eight of Swords. The Four of Cups. And the Four of Swords. Okay, let's see. All right, so what is going on here is that even though you are in a place of being able to do all those amazing things, you are confused in the near future. And like I said, like in the present, they're seeing you as somebody withholding, but they see you as a person who's capable of giving, who's capable of doing so much more. They see that you are stable and that you are, you know, growing, and you're financially stable, emotionally as well, you're stable. But they're seeing that either that you're confused, you're trapped in your head about the entire situation, and you're not willing to take any offers. And if they even try to come towards you with any of their stuff about wanting to work things out or wanting to be with you, there's going to be a resistance. It could also be that maybe you are ready to be open to give, but what is happening is that your person, they have too many options and they feel trapped in their own situation right now, that they can't see what you're able to offer is something that they want to take right now. And so they will be resisting the situation. This could be both of you. There's some sort of resistance between the both of you. And so what Spirit is trying to remind you is that if there is a possibility of something to come in, something that would be good for you in love, this is going to take a lot of time, of patience, of expansion, of stretching. Something different has to happen. But I think already, water signs, you already been going through the changes, because in the past you were in an isolated place. You were going through healing. You were going through a whole lot of stuff emotionally. In the present, you brought yourself up into a king status, and put yourself in a place of being able to provide and be stable. And then you became an empress in the future, where you're just glowing, you're amazing, you're beautiful, you're open. But something is happening that maybe while you're making these changes and you're going through things in life, and you're going along where your journey, your person is in a state of confusion, not knowing exactly what to do, because maybe in their own minds they're going through their own specific things. And so them getting into something that right now with you, they're probably realizing that they can't be up to your equal value. They can't be in the same place as you, even though in the present they were in the King of Wands. What they offer is something completely different than, what you were doing. They're more action oriented. They're more quick about things, more passionate, more open, more like, when I mean open, they're like more open to like expression. And so for the King of Pentacles, they're more laid back. They're slower with things. You're not going to be quick. You weren't in a quick place to be giving anything. And you will sit there with everything that you have and worked for. You will sit there and hold on to it and take your sweet ass time to give to anybody that is wanting love from you. Okay. And so they're in a different place. They're just like, in a faster pace than you were, but you were taking your sweet time on how you were doing things, and they were seeing that. And so maybe they're just seeing things as, maybe there's just things going on with them that it's just too different for them. There's some resistance. There's too much stress and stuckness in their head. It could also be that there could be somebody already there. They already have opportunities elsewhere, and they can see that it's going to cause them stress to make a choice, being with you. But everything that is happening in the past, present, and future, it's all happening for a reason. And for you, I would say, water signs, you are headed in a specific direction. Spirit is calling you to make these changes, to go through this new birth, this new pregnancy, because it's going to be taking you somewhere where you want to be emotionally and in love with someone. If it's not with this person, then you're making these changes for yourself, so that way you can meet someone who's not going to be resisting you, but maybe they need some growth before you guys can get together. Okay. Let me see. I feel like I need to draw maybe one more card for this. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me see. Okay, let's see. One more card, please. To go along with the Four Swords. Okay, please. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right. So what flew out is the Ten of Cups. All right. So honestly, water signs, hold on hold on for dear life for what Spirit is trying to do with you right now in the second week of March. There is huge changes that are happening in your life right now that's going to bring you the Ten of Cups. It's going to bring you that family, that home, that perfect love that you've been working for and wanting, that's going to be good for you, beneficial for you. So even though there's resistance here and there's confusion and stuckness, eventually all of this is going to break when you continue to go with the flow, what Spirit is telling you to do. Once you, and also I completely forgot, the Empress also has to do with fertility and pregnancies. And so I know when I was reading the card, it was saying how, there is a gestation period, a pregnancy. There's a birth that needs to take place, and that's going to take time. And so while you are going through this moment of creating something brand new, a new life for you, you're going to go through those moments of stuckness and confusion and resistance and feeling out. Maybe you're going to have moments like in the past where you just felt isolated and hurt and going through healing. In the present, then you change to going through being stable and, holding on to what you got and not sharing it and knowing who to give to at the right time. And in the present, in the future, just going through it mentally, like, what is happening? Why is this taking so long? Why am I going through this situation? Why does this keep happening to me, with this particular person or in general in love? Like, I want something. I want something good for me. I finally want to get into something that can last for me. I don't want to keep jumping from relationship to relationship. But Spirit is working on you right now and directing you and helping you to finally get to that place of getting out of these emotions and going through the healing and going through growth, that eventually when the time is right and it's time for you to give life and give birth, you're going to be giving birth to something amazing, a beautiful type of love that's going to be happy for you and also for the other person. There's going to be that overall contentment and there's overjoy and balance and love between you and the other person. And if you have to wait for them to get it together, I would say that if you do wait and decide for them to change, remember they're going to go through resistance and go through being stuck and confused and having other opportunities as well besides outside of you. But you need to hold on to your dream of what you want in a relationship. Let them go ahead and do what they have to do and go through their growth, but you go through what you need to go through, and do not keep yourself waiting for this person to show up. Go do what makes you happy. If you need to go out, have friends, and have a good time and make new friends, or find hobbies that make you happy, find things that you've never done before, I suggest you go do that. And because I am a water sign, I feel like some of this I can connect to a little bit. And so, one of the things that I have been focusing more on is the things that I enjoy, things that bring me happiness, outside of relationships, outside having someone. And honestly, it's been keeping me so busy that at times I may think about relationships and stuff like that, but all these other things that I've been working on has been keeping me so busy that I don't overthink and I don't get into that place of being stuck in my head. But I do at times think about what's happening here, but I don't know. I just find other things that I want to do, that bring me happiness and things that I've never done before, which is actually recently I made a tarot coloring book that I actually published on Amazon. And I also created a children's book, a storybook that I created, and I'm going to be making a series of that. And that is something that I have never ever done in my life, but I've always had a dream to write books, but I just didn't know how and never had the time to do it, and I finally did it. And to see that it's about to be published and waiting for them to let me know when it's going to happen. It's exciting to me, and I feel a lot of joy. It's overwhelming that I created something like that, and that I was able to produce something like that. So I would say, water signs, find something to keep you busy, to keep you going, and don't forget to keep working on yourself, and go through that gestation period emotionally, mentally, and work on your entire self, on your spirit, on your body, on your mind, your soul. Work on everything, okay? And then everything's going to come to plan. In your life, you're going to end up eventually being aligned to something that is the Ten of Cups, okay? All right, so this is all I have for you guys. Take care.